Hi guys, it's Abigail. Welcome back to my channel, and I'm so excited because this is the introduction to the wedding series that I'm going to be starting on my channel. I'm so excited because I have so much information to share with you guys. So I am married, and I have been married for 3.5 months now. So we got married on March 2nd of 2018. And we got engaged June 10th of 2016. So it was a 1.5 year engagement, and some people were like, oh my god, that's such a long time to be engaged. It's really not. It's the perfect amount of time to be engaged. And honestly, it's like shocking when people are like, oh yeah, we just got engaged, but we're getting married in 6 months. And I'm like, oh, where are you gonna find the time to do everything? You know, it's just so rushed. So I started planning my wedding pretty much right after we got engaged, and my planning is really just getting ready to plan for the wedding. So we had to figure out budgets and stuff. So I'm gonna go over a few topics later on. I don't want to jump into it just yet. Just, you know, warm you guys up and bring you in and invite you in. Step in, have a seat, grab some tea, because this is gonna be some good tips here. All right. So we were engaged for 1.5 years, and at first I thought, oh, that's such a long time, but it was the perfect amount of time because I had so much time to plan things ahead of time, way in advance. I had so much time to book the important people or vendors that I was going to use in my wedding way ahead of time. It's very important that you do those things. So today I'm just going to go over the first steps to planning your wedding, like the things you need to do first. If you're like, oh, okay, I just got engaged, or I'm engaged and I don't know what to do, then continue watching this video. So the first thing you want to do, number 1, budget. Okay, like this is the most important step, I think, before even your wedding dress, even picking your bridesmaids, because they factor into that budget. And even before looking at venues and anything, budget, you guys, it's so important. So I'm going to share with you tools that I did use to make this a little bit easier for me when I did this. But you definitely want to sit down with your fiance. Okay, this is your husband to be. Sit down with him, because you guys are gonna have to discuss money. I know it's hard. You're gonna have to discuss who's paying what, who's contributing what. You know, if it's just you two who are paying for it, or if you're gonna get family to help pay for it and whatnot. You guys are gonna have to figure it out right away, basically. And what you can do, well, one thing that you do need before you start throwing your budget and stuff is to have an idea. Just create a draft, on Word or Excel, like a list of people that you are expecting or you think you want to be at this wedding in this important moment of your life. So make a list, no matter how big, maybe you can even, sorry about that, guys, that was my phone. I should have muted it. Oh my god, it's coming from my computer. Give me a moment. I'm gonna go. I am so sorry, y'all. I'll be right back. Anyways, where was I? Alright, yes. Sit with your husband. Figure out, just both of you, because you guys have separate families and stuff like that. But both of you write down a list of people who you think you want at the wedding. So you know immediately, because wedding is all priced per head. So whatever person is coming to that wedding, just know that they individually cost money. So it's important to know how many people you're expecting at your wedding, and stuff like that. So yes, sorry, I have a cramp. All right, and then once you have that, sit down again. Don't do it all in one day. It's very stressful. Just relax, grab a cup of coffee, a tea, go out to a cafe or something, or to lunch or dinner, and discuss it there. And then definitely take that guest list that you've written, know the number, use tools. This is where I come in with the tools, like Excel. I love Excel. Excel is so, like, I almost want to cry because I'm thinking about Excel sheets so much. I just love them because they help me organize my life. I'm just kidding, I'm a little bit dramatic, but definitely want to have something like an Excel sheet to throw down all this information. You don't necessarily have to, if you're not familiar with Excel, they do have templates that you can use, wedding planning templates. It's awesome. And I don't remember exactly the name of the one I use. Just literally go into Excel and search wedding planet or wedding planner or something like that, you know? And it's there, like it's a template, and you just fill in the information. So you fill in your budget for this, budget for that, and it does all the calculations and math for you up top. You don't really have to do anything. And another thing that you can use is a budget tool. The knot. The knot is great for overall wedding planning. They have a lot of inspirations there and stuff like that. And then they also have a budgeter, so you can throw information there as well, and it'll do all the math for you. Oh, I don't know if weddingwire does this, but it's kind of similar to knot, so you can definitely check that out and use them as well. But those are the tools, very important tools. And if you're someone who needs to write stuff down, like I was kind of going back and forth, depending on the moment. Like sometimes I just need to write something down immediately. But if you're someone who likes to have everything on like hard copy, then definitely get like the knot binder, the planner. They sell it on Amazon. I think they sell it at Barnes and Nobles. So get those two things, or get that one thing from there. And there's so many other ones as well. You don't have to get this one. This is just one that I had, and it's literally the same thing on their website, on the Knot website, that's on there without the inspirations and stuff. But they have the budgeting and then everything. They have it all there. Check that out for sure. And then, so we've gone over budget and tools and how important it is to budget. Definitely have an idea of how much you want to spend, and it's okay if it's not much. Like there are some people who are spending hundreds and thousands of dollars on their wedding, and good for them. Like that's awesome. You have that kind of money to spare, but some of us don't. Like I didn't. And in fact, I did a lot of DIY projects to help save money at our wedding. And you guys are gonna want to see these DIY projects because they're awesome. But definitely be okay with your budget and try your best to stick to it and not go over. And in fact, you want to have your budget, say, okay, I plan on spending $20,000. Then you definitely want to have a buffer, like a $2,000 to $5,000 buffer, just in case. You never know. Those little last minute details always sneak up on you. So definitely have a buffer over your actual budget, just so you can have a little bit of a wiggle room. All right, guys. So number 2 is get inspired. So you definitely, if you don't know already what you want the way your wedding to feel is like, that's okay. You know, there's lots of ideas out there. So definitely go on Pinterest, go on Instagram, go on the Knot, go on weddingwire, go on Google. They're all there. Just look up wedding themes if you're into that, or just look up weddings and get ideas from different people who have all done it before, you know? And don't stress, because I think when I was planning, I did stress about, oh, what is my theme going to be? And then I was just like, you know, I really don't care about a theme. You know, I don't want to limit myself, and I just want to just do what I like, you know? Because I feel like when you want to have a specific theme, you're limited to that theme, and you don't feel like you can branch out of that. So just find things that you like, find colors that you love, and find, you know, different ideas that you like, and just bring them all together. And don't worry, like it will all come together. Okay. So tip number 3, vendors. So you figured out your budget, you have an idea of how you want stuff to feel, and now it's time to pick your vendors. I think this is a very important part of wedding planning, because you want to have your vendors picked out and booked way at a time. You want to have your vendors before your wedding dress even. Like that's how important it is, because photographers, videographers, DJs, they get booked very quickly. And especially if you're planning your wedding in such a high peak time, which in Arizona is like March was when our wedding was going to be. That is hot cake right there, because the weather is amazing. Nobody wants to get married in summer, and if they do, it's hot as hell. But So March was a very busy time, so I knew that ahead of time, and I had a year and a half. So I was like, okay, the first thing we booked was our venue. Venues, oh my gosh, they're so important. So we searched everywhere for different kinds of venues, and you will know once when you get to that venue that's the one for you, you will know, like you will feel it. And the next thing is photographers and videographers, very important. DJs, book those ahead of time as well. Do a lot of research. For photographers, a lot of photographers have Instagram these days. That's actually how I found my photographer, Anna Phillips. She's so amazing. I love Anna. Okay, she's Russian, and she was living in Arizona, but she moved back to Colorado, and I'm so sad. But she was great. You know, I found her immediately. I loved her stuff on Instagram. And the way I found her was by using hashtags like AZ photographer, Arizona photographer, Phoenix photographer, Phoenix wedding photographer. Just find hashtags that are popular and look through them specific to your state and where you live. So that was how I found Anna. She was perfect. So I'd use her for my engagement photos and then for the wedding photos because it wasn't included in our package. But anyways, so have your photographer. We initially didn't sign up for a videographer, but because we didn't think we needed one at first. And I would definitely tell you, do get one. It's very important. Even when you think that you don't need it, you're like, oh, we don't need a video at our wedding. You do, okay? I mean, if it's really just out of your budget, then don't stress. You know, maybe you can have family and friends video stuff for you, but definitely have some kind of video, you know, of your wedding day, because you're not gonna remember a lot that happened. It's just gonna be overwhelming. So definitely have a video of it, you know? And then, so book those guys ahead of time. And sometimes photographers work with videographers or no videographers that they can link you to, or sometimes they're a partnership and they just come as one package. So definitely take your time, look into those, and book them ahead of time. As soon as you know the ones you like, book them, because they're gonna be gone if you waste time. And same thing for DJs. So some advice for choosing your DJ is definitely listen to the stuff that they have. If they're local to you, then definitely go to a show that they might be having and just hear them play. You know, it's like a fun date night, basically. So go and listen to the DJ play, meet with them, have them play some stuff for you in your meeting. Because how else are you gonna know if a DJ is good if you don't hear what they're playing? You know, no matter what the reviews you read, you gotta listen to them. So definitely do those things. You know. Sometimes DJs will have videos on their websites of them playing or other events that they've hosted, so definitely watch those. All right, guys, so tip number 4. This is wedding dress related. So definitely do start shopping as far in advance as you can for your wedding dress. Don't wait too long to buy your wedding dress, because it might take longer to shop than expected, and sometimes it might be a very fast process. Like, I didn't think I was gonna find my wedding dress as quick as I did. I literally went to like 2 shops to try on stuff, and the second shop I bought my wedding dress. And definitely take no more than 2 people, your mom and a bridesmaids, or just 2 of your bridesmaids or something. Don't take too much people, because that means too much opinions that you don't really need. So just take a couple of people to your to try on wedding dresses with you. And don't feel pressured to buy one, especially when I did go buy my dress. The dress that I ended up choosing was at a store that sold like one-of-a-kind items. Either like they weren't selling anymore at the designers, so they sent them to this bridal shop, and it was only like one of each dress, basically. So that was it. So if it was your size, then that was it. And if it wasn't your size, they don't have other sizes. That was it. So if you go to somewhere like that, like I did, and you don't feel pressured to buy the dress right away because you're like, oh, this is the only one that they have. Like, don't rush. You know, definitely take your time. And if you're not feeling comfortable in the dress, it's okay. You know, if you thought you wanted A-line and you ended up getting a ball gown, it's okay. Like, it's what you felt at that moment. You know, take your dress into a seamstress immediately. there's no need to waste time with that. I didn't want my dress in our house anyways, so mine was literally at the seamstress for like a good year, because she had to do some alterations and she was very busy, so it was fine, and I just didn't really want it in the house or anywhere where my husband can find it. All right, so number 5, this is going to be the last tip, or really more of an advice, is don't worry about the little things, okay? Little things that don't matter that you think do, but they really don't. Like the color of your napkins, or I have to have silk napkins. Really? Like, it doesn't really matter, okay? It's just napkins. They're gonna be wiping their mouths with it. They're not gonna be like, oh my, this napkin is silk. Wow, and the color is burgundy, or whatever color of the year, Pantone color of the year. They don't care, okay? So just don't worry about the little details like that, like your napkins or the tablecloths. Like, I just used whatever the venue had, which is just basic white linen tablecloths and basic white linen napkins. Like, I didn't want to do any extra cuffs or all those little things that just add extra cost for no reason. I didn't really want to do that, but it's up to you if you want to. So it's definitely a preference, but I didn't find it necessary to spend money on those things because I didn't want to have to spend money where I didn't have to, basically. So definitely don't worry about those little tiny details that you think matter but really don't, because no one's going to focus on those things. You know, people are really just going to focus on the food. That's very important. Okay, the food. Oh my gosh, I actually forgot about that, but the food. Definitely worry about that. We did tasting so our venue ended up catering our wedding. So, but the thing that was awesome is the venue owner was a chef. He's a chef and he owns a culinary business or whatever, but a catering company called Creative Hands Cuisine in Phoenix, Arizona. So definitely check them out. The food was amazing. Okay, let me tell you, it was great. Like, people were complimenting. Like, you go to weddings and you're like, oh, the food was all right. Like, I've never really heard anyone say like the food was great, but people were telling me that, and I'm so sad because because at our wedding I was so overwhelmed that I didn't really eat, and I'm so sad. Like, I'm happy and sad when people tell me, oh, the food was great, and I'm like, oh, good for you, I didn't eat it, you know. But I'm also happy that they enjoyed it because it was good food, and that was really important. And we did spend a lot of time making sure that the food was great, and we picked basically everything that we wanted. So definitely worry about the food, but don't worry about the little details like napkins or colors and stuff like that, you know. Definitely do stuff that you like, but don't let those little details hang you up or stress you out for no reason, you know. So I think that's everything that I wanted to cover. I'm pretty sure that's it. But in this series, I definitely want to show you guys lots of ways to save money for your wedding. So I did a lot of DIY projects for my wedding. So I did DIY wedding invitations, flowers, vases. I actually posted a video on how to make your own compote vase for your wedding, floral arrangements. So check that out. I'm gonna put a suggestion up there. But so I want to do a lot of DIY wedding stuff that can help you guys, and they're pretty easy. So if you want to save money, then definitely stay tuned for this wedding series because I'm trying to help y'all, okay? I've already done this. Like, I don't need to help myself anymore. But I think it's a lot of stuff that I don't really want to go to waste, so I think it'll be useful for you guys. So definitely tune into this wedding series. And if you're as excited as I am for this, then comment below, like, subscribe, and you guys don't forget to click the bell button so that you know when I post a video, which is every Wednesday. And I'm super excited about this wedding series, so I hope you guys come back and watch some more of these. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.